gave me a tremendous break, and he hired a lot of strong women and gave us opportunities and promoted us and listened to us, and so he's not as bad as he sounds.
He's referred to you as one of the examples. Here's, I hired a woman to build Trump Tower. How does that make you feel when you hear him say stuff like that?
Well, I would feel better if he said my name, but I think it's still an amazing thing to me when I reflect back on it. I was working for the general contractor, and I was the superintendent building the ballrooms and the kitchens, and he plucked me out of there and put me in charge of this incredible building. The Trump Tower will always be an icon in this city. It's different now than it was back when we opened it in the 80s. It doesn't have all the retail and everything, but it's still an incredible condo, wonderful luxury building.
So one of the big arguments that you hear both from Donald Trump and from his supporters about why he should be president is that he's a fantastic businessman and that he makes great deals. From your experience working for him and working with him, is he a fantastic businessman? Does he make great deals?
Yes, he's a very good businessman, and he has made some very good deals. He's made some not so good deals also. I've worked for a lot of very important people, and they've all made good deals. I mean, you wouldn't get to where you are without having that ability, and he certainly has that ability.
Were you involved with his bid for the West Side project?
Yes.
Because he's calling that now, I built a city on the West Side. That was a licensing deal.
It was originally his property, and we were going to get it approved to build the world's tallest building. That was going to be Trump City, it was called. It was going to be a pretty fantastic project, but there was so much opposition, and the opposition was so politically powerful. He ended up making a deal with them and changing the entire look of it, reducing the amount of square footage of it, and not building the world's tallest building. But during the time that all that was going on, he was having financial troubles. So there were several banks involved, and there were several properties involved. And it ended up that he lost his ownership of it, but retained an interest in it. And then whoever bought it wanted him to license it and build it and make it his one of his namesakes.
Which I suppose leads to the question as to whether the move to licensing, at least in that project, was his idea or whether it was sort of his hand was forced in that.
I think his hand was forced.
Okay. I want to make sure that we get to your book. You've got a copy of it with you. It's called All Alone on the 68th Floor, How One Woman Changed the Face of Construction.
Yes.
This is not a Donald Trump book. He's in there.
No. Yes.
But tell me a little bit about the book and the message for women that you want to tell.
Well, the book is about my experiences being an engineer in 1972 when I graduated, when there were less than 1% engineers, female engineers. Now there are maybe 20%, but the number has stagnated for so many years. It's really a problem in our country, getting women into non-traditional roles. And I talk about women in non-traditional roles and how they should not be defined by what they do. They define their work, they're not defined by it. It's very inspirational. It tells my story and what I went through, which was a lot.
I love you all. Thank you, New Hampshire. Thank you, New Hampshire, thank you.
Now we're learning what it's like to work for Trump, straight from a woman who was a close business executive for 18 years.
What was it like working for Donald Trump?
He was the first one there, and he was there for like 2 hours. He'd answer the phone.
He would answer the phone?
Absolutely. Trump
Donald
Organization, yes.
Barbara Ress is a former VP for Trump who oversaw construction of his crown jewel on Manhattan's swanky Fifth Avenue, Trump Tower.
He told me he thought I was a killer, and that's what he liked in people. And he said that men are, in general, better than women, but a good woman is better than 10 good men.
On the campaign trail, Trump says he would be great for women if he's elected president.
Nobody respects women more than Donald Trump. That I can tell you.
Do you feel that Donald Trump is sexist?
If Donald is sexist, then a lot of people are sexist.
When we caught up with him today.
Barbara Ress today. She says you're a great boss, but tough to work for. How do you?
It's very nice. Give her my regards. That's very nice.
He gave me a tremendous break, and he hired a lot of strong women and gave us opportunities and promoted us and listened to us.